So how do you live an ideal life? How do you live a life that is full of abundance, happiness, enjoyment, money, or what the Gen Z generation would call the soft life? How do you live the soft life? Obviously, the soft life requires money to live it. We see people who live amazing lives and we envy them. We see people who drive amazing cars and we are like, I wish I could own that sort of car. And truth is, you can. You can if you know exactly what to do. In this video, I'm going to share with you something profound, a tactic, a strategy for determining exactly, right to the last cent, how much you need in order to live the kind of life you want. The problem with wanting to live your best life is that many people don't even know how much their best life is going to cost. They don't know how much they need to earn per year. They don't know how much they need to earn per month. They don't know how much they need to earn per week or per day in order to have that best life. So in this video, we're going to break down how to do it. So I call this how to live your abundant life, right? How to live your abundant life. And it is so amazing what you are going to learn here. So the first thing you need to do is to ask yourself, what exactly is the ideal life for me? So I'm going to use myself as an example. When I did this exercise, and this exercise is powerful. When I did this exercise, everything that I'm going to list here now, I didn't have them at the time I did this exercise. And then eventually, over time, I had them simply because I did this exercise. So don't think that this is small potatoes. This is an amazing thing to do. So what you need to do is to ask yourself, what is an ideal life like for me? Because an ideal life is different for different people. It differs from person to person. So you've got to ask yourself, what is my ideal life? What does it look like? Or what do I want it to look like? And then you make a list, right? So what is your ideal life, right? What do you need to have in your life in order to have an ideal life? What needs to be there? What do you need to be doing? Where do you need to be going? What do you need to be learning? Who do you need to be interacting with? That is what you put down. So the very first thing, again, using myself as an example, when I did this exercise, right? The very first thing is to list everything that you want to happen in your ideal life. So what I did was that I grouped my ideal life into different categories. So the first one is family, right? Right? Obviously, at the time I did this, I wasn't even married. I didn't even have a kid, right? But I said I would like a wife and I would like maybe 3 kids, right? Now, if I have a family, I have a wife and 3 kids. Now we're talking 5 people here, right? And this doesn't even include extended family members. So I said, next thing, right? I want them to also have an ideal life. So I want them to have, the best education. I want them to have the best food, the best housing, and all of that. So next thing was housing, right? So where do you want to live? What area of town do you want to live at? What kind of house do you want to live at in that area of town, right? And then the next one was education. What kind of education do you want for these kids that you want to have? Now, if you don't want to have kids, by all means, don't include your kids. But education is still going to be there. What kind of education do you want for yourself? Do you want to further your education? Do you want to have your master's? Will your master's contribute to you having your ideal life? Maybe a PhD will contribute to you having your ideal life. Or maybe taking short courses. Or maybe just buying courses and educating yourself in your niche and your industry. So you include that there, right? So I want to have households. So my household, right? So I want to have, in my list, I said I wanted to have a chef, I wanted to have a driver, right? And a nanny, of course, because obviously, right? I wanted kids. And then what else? I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted to go on vacations, take my family on vacation, go on vacations myself, go visit places abroad, locally, right? So I had it also here, vacations. And then number 6, right? Philanthropy. I like giving. I hope I got the spelling correctly, but whatever, you understand what it means. So, how do you want to contribute to society? Do you want to give money to the less privileged? Do you want to set up a foundation, a mini foundation for yourself and distribute things that way? Do you want to do that? That was part of what I wanted to do. So, I had it. Do you want to contribute to your church? There's nothing wrong with contributing to your church, right? I see all the arguments all the time, back and forth. Doesn't matter. Do what is right with you in your heart, and God is going to bless you. So, if you want to do this, you have that. Okay. Next thing is let's call it extended family, right? You want to help them. You want to be able to contribute to your dad, to your mom, to your cousins, to your nieces, nephews, all of that, in-laws. You want to do that. So you want to have that there too. Okay. And then I also said to myself, okay, I want to have SUVs. I want to have amazing cars. So, right, that was part of me living my ideal life. So I had cars on my bucket list. So this is essentially like you writing down your bucket list of what you want in your ideal life. So I said, I want cars. And then the next thing that I said was that I wanted to enjoy a lot of things. So I have like entertainment, right? I wanted to join like clubs, something like the Koi Club, stuff like that, right? So that's part of entertainment. I wanted to be able to, go out to restaurants and have a nice meal, that isn't cooked at home once in a while. I wanted to have that. So that's part of entertainment. Okay. And then the next thing was I wanted to be able to take care of my health, right? I wanted to be able to take care of my health. I wanted my health to be in tip-top shape. I don't ever want to be the sort of person that will come online and beg for people to contribute money because I needed a surgery done or something like that. I needed to make sure that all of that was sorted, right? So I had health in my bucket list. So I had health. So now, if you look here, you can see we have about 10 things: family, housing, education, household, vacations, philanthropy, extended family, right? I'm going to group number 7 and number 1 together. And then we have cars, entertainment, and health. So now, what you now want to do next is that you now want to start putting a figure for each of these things. How much would these things cost you typically in an entire year? Right? So let's do that. So this was pretty much my bucket list when I had this, right? So what you need to do now is now start putting a figure. How much would this cost you across 1 year? Across 1 year, how much do you want it? Is it going to cost you? How much is it going to cost you to start a family if you're not married? Right? I mean, you're going to do a wedding, you're going to do all of that, right? So let's say it costs you 5 million, right? And for those of you watching, I don't mean $5 million, I mean 5 million naira, right? So, but let's say I'm using naira as an example here. So, but let's say this costs you 5 million, and then a house, maybe your ideal house, you want your house to be in a private guarded estate with top-notch security. You want all of that. How much is the house going to cost you? If you want to rent it, it's going to cost you maybe 6 million, or let's say 7 million a year. So how much is a chef going to cost you? So a great chef, very good chef, is going to cost you, let's say, 100,000 every month times 12, because remember we're calculating for the year, so that's going to be about the 1.2 million. And then a nanny is going to cost you, good nanny is going to cost you, give or take, maybe a million, right? And then a driver is going to cost you also about 1.2 million, or let's say 1.5, right? Now, education. How much will the education cost you in a typical year? So, for example, I read a lot of books, I buy a lot of courses, I join a lot of masterminds. So, my education, just for myself alone, will cost me, give or take, $3,000, give or take, right? So, $3,000 across 1 year, and this is on the low end. A lot of times it's more than that, but let's just take the low end. So, let's say $3,000, let's say give or take 5 million, give or take 5 million, right? Now, vacations, right? I've been on a foreign trip this year. Let's say I go on 2 more this year. It's going to cost anywhere between 8 and 9 million, right? Then let's say I spend maybe another million on philanthropy, in the year, right? And then cars, right? Let's say you want to buy a car and the car is going to cost you, so you want an SUV, like I did at the time. So SUV right now is going to cost you about 20 million, right? Then entertainment, let's say across the year, maybe another 1 million. And then health. So when you pay for your health insurance, you want your health insurance to be like the top cadre health insurance. So you want at least it's going to cost you maybe 750K a year, right? Or let's just say 1 million, right? Another 1 million. So now what you want to do is you want to total everything. So here we have 5 plus 7, that's 12, plus 1.2, that's 13.2, plus 1, that's 14.2, right? Plus 1.5, that's 15.7, plus another 5, that's 20.7, plus another 8, that's 28.7, another 1 million, 29, right? And then we have 20 million, that's 49.7. So we have about 51.7 million. So let's just say 52 million in total. So now you know, this is Naira again, guys. So now you know that your ideal life is going to cost you 52 million in a year. That is what your ideal life. You are not there yet, but where you want to be is going to cost you 52 million a year. But the great thing about this exercise is now you know exactly how much it's going to cost you. Now you know certainly how much it's going to cost you. It's going to cost me 52 million naira to have the ideal life that I want. So now that you have a number, you know the beautiful thing about having numbers, now you can break it down. So that's what we're going to do next, all right? So we're going to break down our number, right? Our number is what? 52 million. So we're going to break it down over 12 months because this is for 12 months, right? And then we're going to break it down over 4 weeks because 4 weeks make 1 month, right? And then we're going to break it down over 7 days. So 52 million divided by 12. So that is 4.3333 million. So basically what it means is that this 52 million over 12 give us 4,333,333. So this is what you need to earn each month in order to have your ideal life. As long as we earn this amount each month, you are going to have this ideal life. If you earn it every single month for the next 12 months, you'll be able to afford everything that is on your list. But if you think this number is too high, now we'll break it down over 4 weeks, right? So now we say 4.333 divided by 4. So that is 1,083,000, give or take. So now we now know that every single week, this is what we need to earn every single week in order to have our ideal life. Now, here's the amazing thing. Some people earn this money, but they don't even have the quality of life that having 52 million will give them. But they already earn this amount of money every month. So what gives? Because they really don't know exactly how much the ideal life will cost them. So they've not consciously created this ideal life and calculated how much it's going to cost them to know that what they already earn can give them that life. So they live lesser lives while dreaming to have better lives when they already earn enough money in order to have that better life that they want, right? But let's say in your case, you think this is also still too much. So let's break it down further by days, right? So we have 183 divided by 7. So now we have 154,761. So this is how much you need to earn every day. If you earn this amount of money every day, you are going to hit this total in 365 days, and you will be able to afford your ideal life. You will be able to have the cars you want, go visit the countries you want to visit, live in the estates you want to live in, rent the kind of house you want to live in, pay for your education, have the best health insurance money can buy in your country at least. Everything on your bucket list, you will be able to do it if you come down to this number. Now, how hard, guys, is it to earn this amount? 154 if you live in Nigeria. You have to do this in your own currency, right? How hard is it to earn this? Not hard at all. Not hard at all, right? Because to earn this, you simply need to have something for sale that will help you earn this. So if I have a course that I'm selling, right, and I sell it for 30,000, right? So to get this, I really need 6 sales at 30K. I only need 6 sales and I'll have this money. Does that make sense? It is that easy. If I have a program that I sell and it's 100,000, I only need 2 sales and I'll have this every day. So now, if my ideal life is going to cost me 52 million a year, now I know 100% that all I need to do every morning that I wake up is to aim to make 154,761 naira. That's it. So I'm not waking up every day and worrying over my head about how to earn a million or how to hit a million naira goal. No, I'll just know that as long as I hit this goal, I will have earned 52 million at the end of the year. And I will be able to afford my dream life. And then you do this every new year. So I do this every year. I do this every December 31st of every year. I look back at the previous year and I say, okay, what new goals do I have for the following year? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to do in the next year? Some of the things will stay constant, right? Some of the things will go up. Some of them will even be reduced. There are probably some things I don't enjoy anymore, right? So I'll remove them. Some I will double up on them. So every year I have a new figure. Sometimes that figure is slightly lower than the previous year. Sometimes it's significantly higher than the previous year. But I know right from January 1st of every year how much I need to earn from that day until the end of the year to have the ideal life that I want. So guys, this is how you create your ideal life. This is how you do it, and you know exactly in facts and figures. You have the number right in front of your eyes. You are looking at it and you know that this is the goal you have to pursue. Now there is no pressure to try to chase millions at the same time or billions at the same time. You now know your figure. Your figure could be 154,761 or your figure could be a million a day. Doesn't matter. As long as you do this exercise, you know exactly how much you need to earn. And now you will now know whether that business that you're doing, whether that thing that you're pursuing, is it the sort of thing that can earn you 154,761 naira every single day. All right. So I hope you guys got it. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, comment, do this exercise, write in the comments what your ideal number is. What ideal number did you come to that if you know that if as long as you earn it every day, you're going to have your best life. You're going to live your dream life. So comment in the comment section below. I'm going to look at the comments and I'm going to comment on some of them and encourage you guys. So if you like this video, share the video, put it on your Twitter, put it on your TikTok, put it on your Facebook, put it everywhere, on Instagram too. Share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel because we give you many more videos like this because our goal is to entertain, to teach, and to enrich your life. So until I come your way again, I'll see you in the next one.